sorry, folks, is, and why is this setup like that? That's weird. It's like I don't have the things uploaded anymore. Why does it still have an empty space?
No?
You're weird. Well, I'm weird. Never mind. We're all weird. Fuck it.
We're all weird. And how you doing, Gap? Long time no see. Yes, that will all be. That joke will never not be funny to me.
Yep.
What?
All right.
I still like the Avatar dandelion.
I know. I like it. I usually leave it up.
I think she's found her standard one now.
I'll switch to another one. I'll have to get me just like a non-thematic otter avatar.
Can you just still have your normal avatar?
Yeah, probably. But these ones are really cute.
I didn't send Chris your new one yet.
You look really good.
Yeah, the new one's pretty funny. I like that.
Our little, remember, I actually had an actual artist design this avatar, the one I'm currently using.
Uh-huh.
And he is vehemently against AI, which I understand.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I kind of am a little bit as well, but I think for the purposes of this, the small and quick need, because the thing is, my usual avatar was stolen anyway, so because it's just the logo of a local liquor store. So.
Avatar is just advanced Photoshop. You don't. That's it.
Okay, good. Mr. CCD's here. I can do bread for him.
Here's the thing. Hold on. I asked him specifically. I'm like, hey, on my buddy's bit or on my buddy's channel, we update our avatars every week to go with a theme. Like Marvel superheroes, and I showed him a couple of the ones we made. This was his response. Oh, you're just doing that? That's fine. Just don't try to sell it and make money. Just sell the original and make money off that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that makes complete and utter sense. And I'm glad you are okay with it. So yeah, I will keep doing it. I have approval from the original artist. Granted, I own this anyway. I don't need his approval, but I choose to.
That's a smart thing to do.
Anyway,
it's always good to do that.
I have not asked
tonight's theme.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, tonight's theme is Stargate SG-1, right? Or like the two.
I think we've agreed on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, because. Yeah, cool. That's good. All right.
Now, on that note, I didn't actually get around to asking you, Chris, and feel free to say no.
No.
I was thinking, based on what Enzo was saying and stuff, that maybe we could try to bring back a little bit of Jeopardy on the weekly wrap up.
Oh,
Anzo's doing Jeopardy Monday. If anybody wants to join in.
No.
Tuesday. Sorry, what?
Anzo is doing Star Trek Jeopardy Monday tomorrow night. If anybody wants to join in.
No, Enzo is not calling it Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Sorry.
So I just want to make that clear because remember, one of my issues.
I thought you said Monday.
Jeff, they decided to do their version of Jeopardy is they didn't ask me if they could use the name, even though I don't own the trademark on it. I was the one in our friend group that was primarily that started it. So Enzo doing a Jeopardy. Jeopardy is a type of game. He can call it whatever he wants.
He said, "I moved the Star Trek Jeopardy to Monday if anyone still wants to come on."
I think I will join me in the chat because I know I won't.
I don't know,
Chris. My question
I
is,
don't know if I'm going to be able to make it though. I had to talk to him about it. But your question.
So, Chris, my question today is, if I happen to have a small Jeopardy board filled with nothing but Stargate questions, would you like to try to do a Jeopardy board with the crew? Apparently, Jeopardy
that'd be fun.
The website I use for Jeopardy or Jeopardy now has a buzzer function, or at least a buzzer-related app program that we could use.
As long as it can be more than 3 players, yeah, I'm fine. If everybody can do it, I will abstain from being on it, but I will let everybody else do it, and then whoever gets.
I would also abstain because I'm making the board.
Yeah, but I would say that as host, I'll abstain, but the person who wins can pick the first game. Like,
It's gonna be
Hey, that
Murder
sounds like-
House.
Well, I thought you already did the duck race
I'm
last
gonna
week in
win,
Piper Pick's
and-
first game.
A, I'm
Remember?
gonna
this
win,
week,
and
yes,
B, it's
but
gonna
then
be
we
Murder
could
House.
pick the second game. But from this point on, the first game would be done by Jeff Nerdy. I'm fine with that. If you've got it
All
ready
right.
to go and we can share it and do all that, I am fine with it.
Elihu,
Yeah.
and I might ask for other people as well. Would you like to do a test run of it before, like, in concept, to see how the buzzer system works? Because I haven't been able to test how they do the buzzers. Apparently, it's like a third-party website similar to Jackbox or What the Dub.
Fuck it,
Yeah.
do it live. I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll be willing to test out, man, that buzzer thing.
Yeah, I'd participate in that.
I have
Can
a
I
buzzer
do
website
bread
that I
first?
use.
Although LDG's not here and he was specifically asking about bread. You know what? I'm sure he's watching in the background. I'm going to do the bread because I got the bread.
Because I'm on a laptop, I can bigify you very easily.
Woo, nice.
Bread porn. Bread
Okay,
porn.
you're
Ooh.
And I even made
bread
fancy
porn.
spoons for LDG and he's
Yes.
not in here. See, I'm terrible.
What'd
at
you do?
doing
Poppy seeds on the top?
It's sesame seeds and flax seeds, which is my
Okay,
favorite.
sesame and flax. Right
I'm not
on.
a huge fan of flax seeds on top, but you know what? It looks fucking delicious.
It's very minimal. It's just a few. It just gives it a little bit of additional flavor.
Oh man, I wish I could do certain things. I'm trying to do a new project. Basically, I'm okay. One of the first things I did on my eBay store before I even actually had the eBay store
Okay.
was I used to buy bootleg Transformers. I'd paint them to look like other Transformers, and then I'd sell them. What I mean is,
Go bots, the go bots.
The go bots.
is like the aerial bots, the 5 Autobot jets that turn into the big
I
robot.
had one of them.
Yeah.
Who did I have?
Okay,
Jetstream.
I would
had
repaint
Jetstream.
them. I would repaint them so they look like Astro Train, Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp. So that so the Seekers had their own combiner team type thing. Then I'd sell it on eBay. I saw an item at the Dollar Tree. I had a thought of a certain friend of ours, and I am currently in the process of modifying that item to sell on eBay. Just for shits and giggles, and I needed something to do to relax yesterday after my week at work. Oh, awesome. Happy birthday to Nana Visitor.
Right on. Happy
now-
birthday.
I'm not going to say who inspired this project, but I will show what I'm working on. Let me turn on the camera. I wonder if you can guess who inspired the project.
Shifty.
Looks shifty-ish to me.
Yeah, that's shifty,
Yeah.
man. A little shifty.
That's awesome.
Basically, I've been painting it, making, because it does have some paint apps, but I'm making them better. And I added the gold pauldron.
Mhm.
But I'm making it. Oh, I did not mean to turn my camera back on. Once I'm done, I'm gonna sell it on eBay.
Yes, he is wearing pants.
So
No, he's not.
now it's just something it's something I used to do, and I needed something to relax because of my work week. And before we get into the nerd topics, I really want to vent about something my job, or at least the company I work for, is doing. And I need somebody to explain it to me. I did post this to Twitter on the Vile Mike account. Okay. Earlier this week, I decided to purchase 2 shares of stock in the company I own. Or sorry, in the company I work for. Sorry, not the company I own. But that's because they've been doing things lately that baffle me.
Okay.
And I wanted to know why. And I know that they tell things to the shareholders they don't tell to the employees.
Okay.
As soon as I got, I purchased the stocks and I signed up for the newsletters and everything, one of the things I requested was all the back newsletters that they could give me.
Right.
First of all, I received over 900 emails in the first 5 minutes. It was funny as all hell.
Damn.
And I was slowly going through them to figure out what the fuck's been going on. Now, back in 2025, when the company I now work for purchased the company I originally worked for.
Okay.
At the end of the year, they were like, okay, with these new acquisitions that we have just made, if you add up all the items they were most concerned about was what they referred to as overtime expenditures and wage theft. Okay. So basically it was people who are working overtime without getting approval to work overtime beforehand, and people who they say are, reporting that they worked for an hour, but they actually only worked for 55 minutes. So they're saying they stole that 5 minutes of wage money, that kind of stuff, right? And they said, okay, if we add up from all three companies, once we fully merge, we are expected to lose $8 million per year on this overtime expenditures and wage theft. So the board voted to purchase a new payroll monitoring program, which they implemented about 2 months ago, to prevent overtime expenditures and wage theft. As I said, the amount that they assumed was going to happen for the year of 2026 was $8 million. How much do you think this my company, or the company I work for, spent on this payroll program?
16 million.
12.
24 million.
$120 million.
Oh, that's a 5 year. That's a 5 year amortization.
I was gonna say, that takes a while to pay for. Assuming you don't have to like upgrade it for more money and replace it after a couple of years.
I am so glad you said that, Dandelion, because this isn't an actual purchase of this program. This is a 5-year subscription of this program.
Yep.
Jesus.
And the first payment is the $120 million, followed by $2.5 million for the next 4 years. So it's going to be $130 million over 5 years.
And it didn't occur to anyone that it would be cheaper to just fucking pay people the extra money. Like, oh, what happened here? Looks like I screwed something.
Well, here are two things. Again, I was going through all the I didn't even have time to go through everything before I got just fed up with the board for the company I work for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
So apparently the reason. Go ahead, Chris.
Really quick. Your math is all wrong on this. You're not subtracting the $8 million you're going to save because it's going to fix this problem, guaranteed.
Oh no! They don't even expect it to fix the problem entirely. They just think it's going to go down by about half. So even then, you're only saving $4 million.
But you see now, I as somebody who understands the economics of this all, here's the truth: you're just being unfair because you're not even accounting for the $4 million you guys are going to save every year.
All right. So
give your company credit where credit is due.
That would still only save you like $40 million over the 5 years if you manage to catch every instance of and again, you're still probably going to be paying some overtime because you're going to approve some of the overtime. It's only unapproved overtime. And these
specifically the overtime expenditures only counts towards unapproved overtime. So not all overtime.
Yeah. Oh my God.
All right, so
that's a
hold on.
Decision.
You have to understand the reason that apparently the board approved of this, this program is because the top 10 stockholders of the company that are on the board also own stock and are on the board for the company we purchased the payroll program from.
Lies. This is lies. See, this is exactly why you don't have employees be a part of anything or look into this stuff. This is complete lies.
Chris, they said that was a benefit.
Your board would not do such a thing. Your board would never do that to you. God, I'm so sick
Oh no,
of people
yeah, no, I'm
trashing big
shocked.
business,
All right.
doing things the proper way.
Now, furthermore, in the last 90 days, since they started implementing this payroll program, because it is controlled by AI, the AI has fired 15% of our workforce for violating being accused of wage theft and unapproved overtime. So this was not a human firing these people. This was an AI program firing people. So that's 15% of our workforce. A further 25% of our workforce has quit or quote unquote gone into early retirement because of this program.
So you're working a lot of extra overtime, I take it?
Well, that's the funny thing. I'm only being approved. I literally was approved of 4 minutes of overtime last week. That's all they approved was 4 minutes.
And they still expect you to pick up the slack from all the other
employees. They still assigned me 60 hours. They were just like, get it done in less than 40. Now, because of that drastic loss of our workforce in the last 90 days, we have had $97 million in contracts by our clients canceled.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of
decisions.
It's like the old saying my dad used to have about, trying to cut a foot off the bottom of your blanket to put at the top of your blanket to make it longer.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't think they intended to lose so many clients.
I'm sure they didn't.
But the other thing I noticed was apparently, again, this is all happened before I bought the stock. As we lost money, the value of the stock dropped drastically. Originally, it was around $40 a share. Now it's around $15 a share. Actually, I think when I purchased it, it was like 16 and change.
So you lost money both ways.
Well, yeah, but I wanted access to the information, not necessarily because of anything else.
Mm-hmm.
To me, this was just because I needed some understanding. Like I also own in stock in Walmart because we work in Walmart. That kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the stockholders that already own the most stock, as the stock dropped in price, started buying a shit ton of that stock again. So that so basically, the top 10 owners of stock in the company originally owned around 66% of the shares. Mm-hmm. They now own around 80% of the shares.
And they're still going to run it into the ground.
Well, if they're buying the stock, it might be a pump and dump type scheme. It might be doing something else.
Or they might be trying to reverse.
No, they're using
but here's the other thing.
Stock price to make more money is what they're doing.
I'm not going to name names. I'm not even going to say the names of the companies at all. But I found out that at least 2 of the stockholders that own, that are the top 10 stockholders of the shares of our company, mm-hmm. also own majority stakes in 2 of our competitors.
Nice.
So it's like,
hola, Mrs. Cardenas.
Morning.
Yeah, how you doing, babe?
Wow.
So basically this whole thing is fucking corrupt as far as I'm concerned, and it's all the people at the bottom, including me, that are suffering because of it.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And even though the company is quite literally, now to understand, the company I work for, their estimated value is about $200 million.
And
That
they
means-
spent half of their value on a freaking time clock.
Payroll monitoring program.
Right.
Now, remember, they also lost $97 million in contracts. Meaning,
Okay, so that's pretty much
that means
80% of the value of the
my
company.
has spent or lost more money than the company's worth.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. There's going to be
So
a
that's
merger
why I needed
in
a
your
project
future.
to calm my nerves after putting in some applications because, yeah, I'm looking for a new job.
I don't blame you.
There you go.
Good
Sounds
choice.
like a good plan. Jesus.
But yeah, reading the emails about how, the board is like all for all these measures, I am just like, I needed, like Mr. CCTV, the joke I made on Twitter was, I need a Republican to explain this to me.
I took economics and I took accounting in college, but I couldn't explain that to you. No, it's just greed. Plain greed is all it is.
And the thing is, despite the fact that this company is losing, money hand over fist, the richest people who own the company are still making money.
Yep.
The only people losing money are the ones who lost their jobs.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
I can't explain
this
that
is
one.
the whole
All I
thing.
can say is there's a merger in your future if you stay with the company, and the merger doesn't guarantee your job.
We just
so you're
went
doing
through a
the right
merger.
thing.
That's the whole problem.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
This sounds pretty grifty to me. Like, this is why I think, like people say, oh, well, the CEOs make so much money because blah, 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 working hard. And I'm thinking, I'm pretty fucking sure Mike is working way freaking harder
Oh,
than
undoubtedly.
any of those CEOs.
Oh, those poor CEOs who have to sit in meetings all day.
I'm not even
or
complaining
not
about the
even
CEO
show
of
up
the
to work.
company. I'm complaining about the stock board, or the
Management
fuck,
board.
Yeah.
Management
the
board,
board members.
basically. The directors.
Because the board. Thank you, the board of directors. For some reason, the word was
all good.
my brain fucked up.
Yep.
Not chalkboard or whiteboard.
I
Do you need
stumble
me
over
to, do you
words
need
all
me to
the
show
time.
the bread again to calm down? Like,
Only if it's
Well,
sliced,
funny is,
so you can show the
normally when I
inside
would do to
crumb.
calm
I'm
down is I
probably
drink
giving
some
this
alcohol
little
and I'd smoke
tomatoes.
a cigar. I'm
Do
already
you want some
doing that.
weed? How about a wake and bake, dude?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm eating bread this week.
Come on,
but I still have to
Wake and bake.
make bread every week because I got to keep my starter fed. So I might actually be giving the loaf away, but it does look like a really good loaf. So I'm kind of like, maybe I'll keep half the loaf and give half. The
I'm
loaf
probably going to bring my starter out of hibernation today
You should
and
do
start
that.
feeding it this week so I can compare my bread to yours.
Sure. If you need my super simple recipe, I can do that for you too. Like it doesn't even, you don't even weigh for usually when you're making bread you're weighing.
Oh yeah, you got to weigh everything. Yeah.
This recipe is so freaking easy. You don't even do that. It's actually what is it? It's 2 3/4 cups of flour, half a cup of starter, cup and a half of water, and then a tablespoon of salt. Right, and you mix those all together, let it sit for an hour or so.
That's the recipe. That's the recipe I've been using for years.
That's just super simple. I usually make it.
Yeah.
All right. If you guys decide to both start doing bread porn on my channel, I will happily make a graphic for Battle of the Weekly Buns.
I have a good idea for a graphic for that, man.
It's so funny because Pickles was just saying to me the other day I should make something more interesting, I should braid the loaves, and I'm like, I don't know, that sounds like a lot of extra work. But actually, then funnily enough, on my Instagram feed, somebody made these buns, but they're little octopus buns. So you take your basic little round boule and you roll the bottom half of it down kind of flatter, and then you tie a little string just below the bulby part, and then you chop it into 8 little down strips and roll them up to make them into little octopi. And so they're little octopus buns. Here, I'll see if I can find the Instagram photo, because it was
I can already picture it. It looks like a bear claw. It looks like a bear claw.
Yeah.
Only smaller and brown. Well,
No, I don't know. Like they
brown
curled
too.
all the like legs up
Bear
so that it
quality.
kind of looks like a. Here it is pre-baked. I see if I can do because I have to hold it because it's a video, of course. So here, let me just see if I can. Let me just there. Hang on.
I'm trying to bigify you. There we go.
Oh, dang it. I can't get it to there we go. So it's sort of like that.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's bigger than I was thinking. I was thinking
Yeah,
smaller,
let me just see if I
like
can get to the end here.
appetizer
Let me
type
just
bread.
get to the part where we get a little baked one. Here we go. No, damn it, stupid videos. Fucking Instagram. It's so hard to make it just not. Okay, there we go. There's one. It's so bad to see. Sorry, guys.
No, I get the
You
idea.
finally see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
That's a
I'm like,
nice
well, that's
bun
pretty
with
dang cute, right? I was thinking, oh,
that
that's
is a cute
adorable.
bun.
I might actually need to make those just because they're super sweet.
I'll stick with the plain old brioche bun with a little bit of sourdough in it.
Right? Yeah. Oof.
All right, and the other thing work related that I wanted to talk about, only because this, and I didn't even have a chance to talk to Mrs. Vile about this, but this was just blew my mind. One of my competitors, who, you know, she works for a competing company, but we're friends. I mean, we talk every time we see each other in stores.
Yeah.
Okay, she does at Walmart the pack outs for the Pokemon cards.
Mm-hmm.
And how familiar you guys are with the scalping market for Pokemon cards right now?
One guy got arrested for having a few $1,000 worth of stolen cards on him, so a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, the scalping for Pokemon cards has gotten fucking ridiculous. And I want to tell you what I found out, and I didn't even find this out from her. I found it out from a Walmart employee. Now, she has the option of packing out the cards either on Thursday or Friday. Okay? That's client, the actual client who pays us to distribute pays the company to distribute the Pokemon cards, says it has to be done on Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
They don't care which day, but one of those days.
Yep.
And it was found that, you know, the scalpers were like, oh, we know exactly what days they're going to be there. So they would show up on the day she would pack out the cards. Except if she told the store in advance, I'm not going to be there until Friday, the scalpers didn't show up on Thursday. And she was confused about that. Like, why didn't they show up on Thursday? Like, how did they know I wasn't there?
It's an inside job.
Yeah, obviously it's an inside job.
Oh, no, you this is what happened, and she has now had to file multiple restraining orders. One of the scalpers put an AirPod or AirTag, iTag, or whatever it's called, one of the tracking device on her car.
AirTag.
No.
And every time she started driving to those Walmarts, they would then put online, she's going to that Walmart, everybody show up.
Now, so she's what, like chucking the cards in the bin? Is that what she's doing when she pulls
She's putting them on the shelves.
Oh, she's putting them on the shelves. Right.
I didn't even know Pokemon cards were still a thing.
So are they
are huge in the scalping market right now. It's one of the reasons why SD GameSwap does not sell Pokemon cards really,
now,
because I hate.
Are they
that aspect of
stealing these somehow, or are they like just going in and buying them all right away? Like
they are trying to buy them right away so they could sell them online for more money.
Oh, okay. So they open the packets and find the ones that are more valuable and
kind of, yeah.
Gotcha.
But that also meant that these people were, you know, like one of the people was doing a live update of her car's location.
Yeah, that's
so when she was at home, they could see when she was home. And she started having people go to her house at night.
That is too much. That is way too far. She got restraining orders and stuff, right?
Yeah, she got, according to the Walmart rep I talked to, she ended up having to file 5 restraining orders and the store is now providing her with a security guard when she arrives, so that
It
they don't
doesn't
harass.
solve the problem. I mean, it's treating the symptom, but at least it's keeping her safe, somewhat.
So yeah, that when I was told that, I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me! That cannot be real. Who would actually do that kind of stuff? And I'm like, the way they explained it to me was, well, look at what the current set is going for on the secondary market right now. We are legally required to sell it at MSRP. So yeah, they're selling the boxes for, $40 to $80. Those same boxes are going between $200 and $500 online.
Damn.
I don't understand that. I collected cards when I was a kid, like a whole bunch of other people did, right? Baseball cards and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand that
Beanie
the
Baby.
economics of black market cards. I don't understand it.
Well, the problem is, the companies that make the cards always make a artificial scarcity for rare and powerful cards. And a lot of people want to have those powerful decks for their tournaments. So
It's the same thing with anything. Stuff is worth what people are willing to pay for it.
Yeah, pretty much.
that's part of the problem, yeah. And I hate, considering you could argue that I'm a scalper when it comes to the new merchandise that I have on SD GameSwap, because, I buy it at a store sometimes, like Walmart, and then I sell it for more. But, I don't go egregious intentionally,
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. Also, you're doing it as legitimate business, so you take it off your expenses, and
I take my expensive, and I pay taxes on it.
and you pay taxes on it. These guys are selling it on what, eBay, for just the money.
Yeah,
They're not filing taxes. They're not paying taxes. On
I have an official business.
$200.
So yeah, and
Or
I would
200%
lose my
increase.
reseller's permit if I did anything similar to what these people did.
Right,
Hmm.
and they're allowed to get away with it. So, I
And even-
don't,
Yeah,
I
they're
don't get
independent.
it.
That's why. they're
And
not
I would also
contractual
say
to
I'm
business.
also a fucking cheapskate. I don't buy new product off the fucking shelves. No, I wait till it goes on clearance.
Your kids can testify that you are cheapskates.
So, but yeah, those are two of the stories that I wanted to get off my chest for work related that didn't really necessarily fit the politics side.
But
But
doesn't
yeah.
quite fit pop culture either, does it? No,
No, but I needed to vent and complain about it because I was just floored.
And we heard you, and we're commiserating with you. I like that
All
word,
right.
commiserating.
On the other note, the two things I wanted to talk about primarily for the CNA stream was the season premiere of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and
Okay.
also bitch slap Elihu for telling me to watch season 2 of X-Men 97 because the whole thing isn't out yet. I was only able to watch 5 fucking episodes, and I'm like, this show is really good, but it's also pissing me off.
So you didn't see Danger.exe.
What?
You said you only saw the first 5 episodes. There's 6 aired so far.
It doesn't. I've only been able to see 5. I don't know what you're fucking complaining about.
Okay. Star Trek.
All right, so first of all, I have a complaint about the 5th episode. We'll talk about X-Men right now.
Okay. Weapons
I was-
X, Lies, and DVDs.
What?
The 5th episode, Weapons X, Lies, and DVDs.
Okay, yes.
It was a playoff of the Weapons X, Lies, and VHS.
All right,
Yes.
so I was a fan of the X-Men comic series in the 90s and early aughts. When Wolverine lost his adamantium, I had those comics. I was literally receiving those comics from Marvel in the mail every week or every month. That's how much I enjoyed that series. I signed up for the direct sales on Marvel. I hate the fact that Wolverine had his adamantium stripped from him.
You don't know what you're talking about.
What? What was that?
Nothing. Sorry, I forgot to mute. One of my kids.
Oh,
I don't know what he's talking about either. But
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Man. No, what are you talking about?
Okay,
Hold on.
when
Oh, go ahead.
Wolverine had his adamantium stripped from him in the comics,
Yes.
it was a multi-year arc for the character. One,
Yes.
going feral because his mutant ability went into overdrive, learning to cope with not having that thing, his adamantium all the time, his claws getting shattered, stuff like that. It was
Well,
a
his
long
claws-
emotional arc for Wolverine, and
So
to me,
they
it's some of the best
replaced it
written
with something
stuff.
else. They
well, his
No, no, no.
claws did break off
Okay,
during the
Daniel
fight,
Lang,
so
in this show, they don't even talk about his claws being removed for the first 4 episodes, and in the 5th episode, he gets them back.
They weren't
Oh,
removed.
they never
He
established
had-
his
he had
claws
his
were broken
bones.
off or anything.
He had his bones.
No, he did have his claws broken off as an homage to that issue in the comic series, but he didn't go through the entire emotional arc of trying to, learn to live without his adamantium. Because remember, as far as Wolverine was concerned, his memories started at the time when he got his adamantium.
Yeah, and his earlier memories are all cloudy and stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, I was relighting a cigar. So
I wish I could smoke in my apartment.
that's why I smoke in the car. I'm not allowed to smoke in the house. So yeah, what I was pissed about was the fact that that multi-year arc was wrapped up in 5 fucking episodes, and only one of them
Yep.
pertained to Wolverine.
I did kick Omega Red's ass.
I can see how that would be frustrating, though.
And from what I understand, that's this entire series, this season in a nutshell. From what because I normally don't try to look ahead, but I was trying to find. I'm like, what do you mean only 5 episodes are playing? Where's episode? I didn't realize episode 6 was going to be released after I'd watched the 5 episodes. I thought the entire series had already been out. That's what pissed me off about it.
No.
Oh, you had to stop. Yeah, that irritates me too.
I'm looking at the press releases for the next few episodes, and yeah, it appears that they're trying to condense about 10 years of X-Men comics into about 10 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, the nuance of characters deserves more length. Wolverine should not have got his claws back until the end of this season, period.
Or
He
season
should have
3.
had his feral arc. He should have had that arc
There's
where he
some
connects.
issues.
Sorry, what?
There's some issues going on right now. One, they either fired or the original writer and showrunner has since left this. So he only had gotten through so much of this. So I think there's a lot of scrambling and stuff like that to wrap up what he wanted to do. I don't know for sure, but there's a lot of things going on right now with the whole series. So maybe that's kind of why it's doing what it's doing. But I don't know. I still think it's done well. Again, you have to. What I always say is you have to.
The series is still really well done. I will admit that.
Yes, you have to weigh you people, meaning the people who know the full story, who bought these comics, who read through these comics for months on end, and then you have to understand that they still want people who are casually aware of the characters to watch it and get more out of it than just being casual viewers, to become more than casual viewers. So there's a fine sweet spot in the middle of all that they can continue to play to fans who've read the comics, and also at the same time those who have not read the comics. That's where you always run into with these, because again, if you were only doing Marvel content for the comic readers, you've pigeonholed yourself.
I get that, but I'll take it to the original show. Okay, the original X-Men animated show back in '93.
Yeah.
If you take like the Phoenix Saga, the Phoenix Saga was about a 6-month storyline within the comics, and it got 5 episodes of the original show. Wolverine's Bone Claws was arguably, because they continued telling stories after he got his claws back, but and by claws I mean the adamantium. I just want to keep saying that all the time. Was at least 2 to 3 years of that arc, but they condensed it down to a single episode.
So just out of
6 months got 5
curiosity,
episodes, 2 years got 1.
how did he get his adamantium back on?
Oh, in the comic books, the leader gave it back to him. A Hulk villain.
Okay, the guy with the huge head.
Yeah, the guy with the huge green head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't like necessarily how easy, and I mean, I understood the reasoning for how they did it in the show, but yes, it was way too quick. And throwing that episode into the arc that they were creating before it in the first 3 of the season really was disjointed.
So you believe it was lazy writing for a cure for the what was it called, brood, whatever. It's like, hey, give his adamantium back and clear it up.
Stop. I'm not going to say lazy writing, because early on in that episode they basically say that would work. So
also,
it's like a
little
little too on the head.
is also lazy writing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Again,
we took it away. We can give it back to him. Damn it!
I'll fight everybody in the world. Again, I'm a big person who liked The Last Jedi. We all know this. I will fight anybody who wants to say okay, let me finish saying what I'm saying.
I'm not showing up tonight.
So the part where they do the light speed through the Star Destroyer, everyone's like, "Oh, that's just lazy writing." I said, "No, it's a plot point. It is the way that they had to get to from point A to point C. This is point B, and that's called plot. That's the only way that they wrote themselves into this corner. Here we go. That's how we do it. They're not the only ones. Proof and point. The 4th episode. Hey, guess what? If we do this, it would probably destroy them. And then they do it to Wolverine, and it gives him back his adamantium. It's like, this is not new. Many people have done this. George Lucas himself, again, you want to blame Disney for Star Wars destruction. I guess you could. He started it. He did a lot of things, because he used to say, no, we don't need exposition. And then the first new movie he did, The Phantom Menace, he goes way out of his way to give you all this story behind why the Force is the Force, when that's what made it cool to begin with. It wasn't anything we knew about it. It was just there.
I don't think you can really say Star Wars didn't have exposition. Star Wars starts with exposition.
No, it doesn't have it as much.
Yeah, the jiggle crawl. Come on, the crawl. Hello.
It does, but that's not exposition. That's not exposition. It got you right to where it belongs. Supposedly, what it does is those crawls tell you what has happened so far and what's going on. So it tells you that they stole the plans and that this is where we're at. It's not into major, like, years ago, or this happens, or this is why you have the Force. This is what makes you more powerful. This is what didn't give you any of that. Again, case in point, Yoda. Nobody knows what Yoda is, or Yaddle, or for that matter, Grogu. Nobody knows their species. Nobody knows where they came from. They're just a part of the Star Wars universe, which I am surprised that Disney has never decided to go in.
Yeah, he's the only character that has never been revealed.
So again, that was the mysticism of Star Wars in a lot of ways. And then George Lucas broke his own law and broke his own rules and started doing that stuff. So again, I understand people who hate Disney Star Wars, but I'm like, it wasn't Disney that started doing this stuff. It was George Lucas.
Oh yeah.
Again, If George Lucas, again, people who want to revere George Lucas for Star Wars understand he's the one that set out $4 billion. Sure, I'll do it. He's the one that sold it because he was done with it. He said it. He's like, I was about ready to do a new trilogy because this. Anyways, my point is lazy writing is everywhere. So you got to understand, yes, 2-3 years worth of comics wrapped up in basically 30 minutes.
Not even that.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
22 minutes.
But that's just how it goes. And
That's
I
a
mean,
lost
again,
opportunity as well, right? Like,
Yeah,
why
because
would you take such a beautiful long sort of story arc and just like gloss over it? I mean, unless they're thinking, oh well, we can always.
they did
could've been a
homage to
4 or
giving
5.
Wolverine his outfit, and that's the one I used in the thumbnail. Hold on, let me bring it up in case you don't know what I'm talking about.
The brown one.
They could have gone with the 4 or 5 episode arc, and that would have kept people coming back every week. But for some reason, they're not thinking that way these days.
He didn't go to the Savage Land.
That's next.
So, yeah, so they homaged his feral costume from the Savage Land in that, with the bandana and everything, but they didn't. They didn't actually have him go there. They didn't. I mean, how awesome would have been to see feral Wolverine versus a T-Rex?
That would have been cool.
So yeah, I'm just. It was real. The episode itself was well written, but he should have had a friggin' arc. And they could have been. This is X-Men. They were known for doing the long arcs throughout the entire original run, even for the first 3 episodes for this season. Those first 3 episodes were a great adaptation of the second Age of Apocalypse storyline.
Yes, again,
And
remember
they included
the writer only made it through so much of this season, and he's now gone. So therefore, that I think that what you're seeing is a lot of that, and that's the problem. And what we've talked about it on our roundtable is that there could be some issues with that. Now, granted, maybe they're just trying to get through the rest of the season, and then next season you'll see them get back on track. I don't know. And again, I haven't seen this new episode yet, and I'm going to watch this.
And it is possible they could always revisit that plot. Like they could do it again, right? Like what has been done once can be done again, in a sense. So they could decide to
again. Anytime that you're working with a lot of timelines, a lot of variations, multiverse, all that, you can basically say, oh, that wasn't the real Wolverine. That was a Wolverine plucked out of this place and put here, and then whatever. You can do a lot of things. You could.
It takes creative writing, though.
Something was sadly missing from a lot of things.
One of the best parts of the original X-Men 93 and X-Men 97 was the serialized storytelling. If they start going into episodic storytelling, it's going to lower my personal enjoyment of the show just because I enjoyed it so much beforehand. I mean, it's like
listen.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You. Here's the thing, Mike. The world isn't about you. They don't care about you. Now, if this was about me and I was wrong and I hated this, and then they would have some explaining to do because I mean it is all about me. But no, they don't need to appease you. Do they?
But Mike feels like he's the center of the universe right now. So.
I think Mike's about ready. Well, he's muted first off. I think he's also about ready to knock on my door because he's probably sprinted over here from California. About ready to say, "Let me show you." I'm muted
because my window's down and the guy next to me is on a phone call and it's really loud.
Oh. Put us on speaker.
Put us on window.
So fuck with his.
Not while you're smoking a cigar. Don't roll the window up while you're smoking a cigar.
Oh, yeah, you roll the window up when you're smoking a joint. Sorry.
Did you say you were at Comic-Con, Mike? Vile, are you at Comic-Con? Isn't that what he said he was at?
No.
Oh, okay. I know AVP and Jack are there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
AVP and
they're
Jack
hanging out.
Are they planning on coming tonight?
I think so.
She said more than likely not because they're
Yeah,
still
that's
wanting
what
her
I
on the
thought.
outskirts of it.
Okay.
But I did like
I'll be right back.
She
I
just
did like the Rick
mentioned that.
Moranis panel.
When I said, "Oh, I'm looking forward to hearing all about it tonight," she said, "Sounds good." So I'm assuming they're going to show up a bit.
Well, they
Anyway.
might.
Okay. I
They
guess
might.
Jack
Well,
talked her
maybe
back
it's
into
a
it
little
there.
bit, but that's cool. So
Yeah, I want to hear about the Rick Moranis panel because they were there.
yeah, I don't think they were like in the same hall as him, but they were.
How long has it been since Rick Moranis was on screen? Something like 15 years?
No, about 2 years ago, Ryan Reynolds was the original one who brought him back to Hollywood with that Mint Mobile commercial.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So just a couple of years ago, he came back. But how long was the stretch before that?
About 20,
It
23,
was a
24
really
years.
long time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have not been able to go to Comic-Con this year, but the three younger Vile kids' mom, they actually are working the con.
Nice.
So
Saw
she
some of
had
the
the opportunity of getting them a one-day visitor's pass for Thursday. I posted some of the
Nice.
pictures online.
Yeah, the Turtle J one.
And I want to show one thing. Turtle J, my son, did think of me, and I'm going to show. He got me this comic.
Nice.
He knows I like Ninja Turtles.
Nice. Dark Leo.
He admitted it was free, but
You know what?
It was free, Dad.
I was thinking of you when I got this free thing. Thanks, Dad.
But yeah, it was. I got this free thing, but I know you like Ninja Turtles, so I'm giving it to you.
Well, hey, you never know. Maybe it'll wind up being like super valuable in the future.
I don't care. It's from my son, and it's Ninja Turtles. I am going to keep it and cherish it forever.
Exactly. I've got both of my son's art projects up on my wall.
Nice.
Oh, I embarrass Caddy every time she comes to the storage unit because on the back of one of my rolling bins, I have an old Christmas thing that she had made. It's like a felt thing with a stick through it that you can hang up on the wall. But It's got like a little reindeer on there and a Christmas tree. But it's been there for years. So every time that she's there with me, I point it out to her. Like, yep, I still got that, even though you made it 15 years ago. Every time I come here, I see it.
Oh man.
In that vein, just to modify myself, while I was married, we came up on our 10-year anniversary, and I knew it was October 6th, so I planned a great big deal, like take her to dinner and dancing and all that stuff. And on the morning of, I said, hey, get ready to go out tonight because we're going to go have fun. And she said, why?
Damn. Well,
Yeah.
I got to be honest. That's not the kind of thing I'm good at remembering. So.
Well, I did divorce her a few years later. So.
Oh
wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, that just reminded me of a comment I posted on someone else's video. They were talking about how men don't necessarily want to celebrate their birthdays, and they were going into it's an endemic among men that they don't want to be a burden to their family. They don't want to be celebrated. I'm like, that's not why I don't celebrate my birthday. I don't celebrate my birthday because my family were pricks when I was growing up.
Oh, I was born in February. You have any idea what time of year it rains in Los Angeles?
When you're awake.
February. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I never had a good birthday growing up.
Well, no,
my ex-wife knew that. So she took me to the Scottish games down in Long Beach, California. The Highlander games.
Yep.
And she got pissed at me for drinking whiskey and beer. and she wouldn't stop talking the whole 2.5 hours back to the house. She kept berating me the entire time.
All right. Well, the reason I say my family were pricks.
Hey, Gab.
My birthday, and it's been on the live stream, so it's not a big, secret, is December 28th. It's 3 days after Christmas, 3 days before New Year's.
That's my dad's birthday. I wouldn't
Really?
celebrate it with you even if you wanted me to.
So, quite literally, before I turned 10, my own mother forgot my birthday at least twice.
I've been through that. I've been through that. Let me tell you this. In 1996, I was in advanced infantry or advanced individual training, AIT, learning how to be a fuel handler, a petroleum supply specialist. And so on my birthday, I decided to call home and say, "Hey, Mom and Dad, I love you guys. It's my birthday. Wish me a happy birthday while I'm still in training in the Army." My mom said, "Well, happy birthday, son. I kicked your dad out. We're getting a divorce."
Wow.
Well,
I
don't
just
feel
like
too bad.
people to say happy birthday to me. I don't need like a big to do, but I do like it if people remember and just send me a text or something.
Mr. CCDB, I don't want to discount what you were saying, Dandelion, but I wanted to be a little bit funny. If you want to feel bad for my brother, my mom and dad filed for divorce 2 weeks after my brother was born.
Okay.
Well, my birthday. Well, my birthday is 7 days exactly from my sister's birthday.
I guess your parents had a time of year they liked fucking.
Yeah, one of my sister's birthday is the 10th. Another one's the 16th. Mine's the 23rd.
I mean, the reason I brought up December 28th, right? That's my dad's birthday. My dad died in 2001 on Christmas Day, so I didn't even get to celebrate his 48th birthday because he died 2 days before his birthday, 3 days before his birthday.
Died really
And
young.
so I wouldn't celebrate your birthday even if you asked me to.
Well, normally I just try to get my kids together and we do something. That's about it.
That's nice.
But it's not like I go out with like I don't even talk to most of my kids anymore. So
Yes, I was married once. I do know what that feels like.
But all right. What time is it? Okay. Let's go ahead and go to the other subject I wanted to talk about, which was the first episode of season 4 of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. Who's seen the episode?
I have not.
I have, and I only have 2 problems with it.
Whoops. What the hell?
Anyway, I think I'm going to head out because I did not watch that, and
I didn't watch it either, but I do want to hear the discussion.
I do too, but I also have a million things I need to get done around here, and there's a little lull in the rain. So if I'm going to go out and take a walk, I should probably do it before it gets rainier. Also,
it's sunny and hot here.
I've also got 3 young chickens I need to introduce to the big coop, and I wanted to do it today because they won't go outside in the rain that much. They'll stay inside, so that'll be better.
It has rained 8 days in a row here in Flagstaff. I am so happy.
All right.
Happy.
I'll catch you guys later on.
Later, Dandelion.
Hey, bye,
Have
guys.
a great day.
Laters.
All right. So, Chris, have you seen the episode yet?
Or are you still talking to your kids? They're not paying
You
attention.
might be. All right. So, let me give you a little synopsis. Do you mind any spoilers, Mr. CZDB?
Not at all. I actually like the series, believe it or not.
Yeah, I only had 2 problems with this episode.
Well, let me give a synopsis first, so we can then talk about everything. Basically, this is a time travel episode. Through celestial phenomena shenanigans, the Enterprise is sent back 65 million years into the past to the Sol system, finds out that there's actually a new planet in the system made up of the old asteroid, or made up of the asteroid belt. Mars and this planet are at war with each other, and the episode ends with the fifth planet, which is not Jupiter, being destroyed, creating the asteroid belt, also creating the asteroid that destroyed the dinosaurs.
I can't believe
And it was
went
all
with
a
that story arc.
predestination paradox.
Back in the late 80s, when I was reading classic science fiction like Asimov and Heinlein came up with that in Stranger in a Strange Land.
Are you talking about the asteroid that Q diverted and
No,
crashed on Earth?
the original fifth planet, the one between Mars.
Yeah,
and
Stranger in a Strange Land also had it. And don't get me wrong, Stranger in a Strange Land is a god awful story, and Highland needs to be
Hang on.
admonished massively for that story. If not for the least of it, that he because of that story, we have Grok. Yeah, if you didn't know where
I am Grok.
it came from, Stranger in a Strange Land.
I am Grok.
Grok, Grok actually means understanding.
Yeah, hang on. I need more coffee. Be right back.
Grok
Well,
means
technically, it
full
means
and
more
total
than understanding. It means like knowing perfectly everything about a certain thing.
Yes, perfect knowledge is Grok. Yes, or perfect
Which
understanding.
if
I
you
still
look
say
at
it's
the AI
perfect
program
understanding.
on
but-
Twitter, it is definitely not Grok.
That is for sure.
Okay, can I tell you what two problems I had with this episode?
Wait, hold on. What am I wrong? Was this season 4 or season 5? I thought it was season 4.
It is
4.
season 4,
It
isn't
is season 4.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is season 4.
Shoot.
I know. There's very few
Sorry,
Star Trek things that I watch. And
I literally
Strange
went to a
Worlds is
friend's
one of them.
house. I literally went to a friend's house who had Paramount Plus just to watch this episode. So I just went to the newest episode. So
Yeah,
I don't.
this is
I
not
thought it was
season
season 4. If this is season 5, then I apologize, and
Nope,
I'll
season
fix
4.
the
Of what?
Stranger New Worlds. Have you seen the episode yet, Chris?
No, I have actually, because wasn't sure how long this show was going to be on. So again, I don't always watch them until they're over, like over.
Yeah, I usually
I
wait
haven't.
for the entire season to be
All right.
over with, and then I go and watch.
Yeah,
them all.
same here. Now, I specifically watched this episode the same reason last week I watched The Odyssey, because I was inundated on my social media page about how this ruins Star Trek.
I 20 minutes of the Odyssey yesterday. Thank you, Elihu, again. But
Yeah, I should have downloaded it before they got pulled. Sorry about that, guys. I just found a link. I'm like, watch. Sorry.
and I mean, literally, the only reason I watched it is because Elihu put it up, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll watch
Yeah,
it." for free.
HD DVD Blu-ray quality. Fuck yeah.
So
Hell
Next
yeah.
time it happens, I'm
the only
downloading
reason
it.
I watched it was because of seeing how many people hated it. And I will say this: it isn't scientifically sound.
Oh, the time travel episode? Yeah, no.
Yeah,
There's
the
no
premise
such thing as scientifically sound with time travel.
the premise that there used to be a fifth planet is not
The asteroid belt. Yeah.
scientifically sound. The asteroid belt was present long before the dinosaurs went extinct.
Oh,
That
absolutely.
has not been proven. That has not been proven.
That has been proven.
It has
I don't know
not
what the
been
fuck you're
proven?
talking about, Elihu.
No,
I'm curious.
the asteroid.
Now
It has
I'm
not been
curious.
proven when the asteroid belt was formed. It's been speculation in different papers. Some people say it was formed 150 million years ago. Some people say it was formed 30 million years ago. Some people say it was formed 65 million years ago. Is that a
And
consensus of when the asteroid field was actually formed in our solar
It
system?
was most
But it
likely
wasn't
formed at the
65
same
million
time
years
as
ago,
the
and it
solar
wasn't because of the
system.
planet blowing up. We know that for sure, just based on dispersal patterns.
It wasn't Avi Low, but I think it was Banajan who wrote a paper about the 4% of the asteroids that are in the asteroid belt that we discovered so far is equivalent of a planet exploding of the remnants left over from an exploding planet. So, yeah, he speculated that on a paper. I think it was Banajan.
Yeah,
I forgot who
but
wrote that.
I know what paper you're talking about. I've seen it referenced in other papers, but I haven't read it myself. But yeah, it's no.
This is what the writers got the 4%. This is where the writers got the 4%.
I know, but the mass of Ceres is a major problem for that theory.
It is, yeah. Ceres is nearly a planet all by itself.
Well, it's
Hey, Captain.
extremely small, but it is round under its own gravity. But based on its mass, it would have taken, like, I think it was that upper estimate of 130 million years to become round under its own gravity.
Something like
So
that.
yeah, there's.
I'm not sure. It's still potato shaped too. It's
So-
not round yet.
Now, as a piece of science
300. That's the
fiction,
minimum. 300
hold
is the
on,
minimum.
as a science fiction story, I can accept this as much as I can accept the fact that the Voth are descended from dinosaurs as well.
Yeah, they escaped.
I can
That's why
accept it
there's-
on the level of it being fiction towards this universe. Like Star Trek might be more realistic, but it's still fiction.
It's still fiction. It's still science fiction. Yeah.
Yeah. My issue with this episode was the fact that the Voth weren't there. The Voth should have been there. God damn it! It should not have been the Martians versus the insects from Planet 5. It should have been the Voth versus the insects from Planet 5.
But yeah,
and how funny would it have been? No, hold on. How funny would it have been to learn that the Voth were at war with these insects, and that, like, the whole thing still plays out the same. That the Voth destroy the fifth planet, and that they're the ones that caused the asteroid to hit Earth, and that's why they had to leave Earth, is because Earth was no longer habitable for them.
I may just watch the first episode to, catch up on it. But honestly, again, I grew up reading classic science fiction. So Stranger in a Strange Land, the Martians destroyed the fifth planet because they were so much more superior. And yet they can't, they're not interplanetary conquerors or anything like that. They're just contemplative blobs of jello, and with their combined mind force, they were able to destroy the fifth planet.
Yeah, I hate predestined stories which basically rules out free will, which means I fucking hate bootstrap paradoxes. I want to know, what kind of technologies does Starfleet have for the stress signal to last 65 million years, and nobody's picked up on it? That's what Anson said at the end of the episode. We were answering our own distress signal. What kind of technology last 65 million years was Starfleet is using?
Well, okay. I'm going to make point out a line that was said that made me laugh because of the reference. Okay, the whole thing that starts this is some sort of storm in space, essentially, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The line that what's-her-name says...
Hell yeah.
Thank you. The last time I saw one of these, I think I was in a phone box.
Oh, no, they did not.
They did. I loved that line. I'm sorry. I loved that line. I thought it was hilarious. The Doctor Who reference. Oh, sorry. That was perfect. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Okay. Now, knowing that there was a Doctor Who reference, understanding all this predestination of where they answer their own distress call, they create a storm, or they're sent back in time by a storm they haven't created yet, all that kind of stuff is very timey-wimey, and I loved it. I loved that aspect of it, and I will forgive it because that line was so perfect to encapsulate it. I will agree. I'm sorry, I got to disagree with you, Elihu.
I believe this is the third Doctor Who reference. When the first one was when she mentioned the time traveling doctor. The second one was the appearance of the TARDIS, and I believe this is the third one.
Yeah, and sorry, casting someone who is a companion of Doctor Who, you not making those references and considering Doctor Who is literally crossed over with Star Trek in the comic books twice. I'm okay with that.
How old is Palea? Because she mentioned watching human evolution. How old is this fucking woman?
Isn't she one of those long-lived aliens like Guinan?
I think they say
whatever?
like 600 years is how old she is.
Yeah, but why did she mention that line about observing human evolution or remembering watching human evolution?
I think she's talking about societal evolution at that point, not necessarily like actual, Homo habilis.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I was confused about that, though.
Like,
I was confused about that line.
What am I doing all day looking for food and climbing in trees?
I mean, Elihu, you can argue that even today, humans have evolved over the last 500 years because statistically we've gotten taller.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Tom! Seriously, I forgot about Stacey Abrams. I did. That's hilarious.
I don't know why that was muted. That was flagged.
Rhinoceros. Yeah. Rhinoceros.
That was flagged. I don't know why.
Also, can someone explain to me why all the Fandom Menace people seem to really hate Ortega?
Because her name is Ortega, and she flies a ship.
Is that really why? Just because her last name is Ortega? Because
probably
isn't she the woman that was living in a trailer that was all messy and shit? Like
no. That was Star Trek Picard. This is a female character that just happens to be the helmsman for the Enterprise. But there was so much directed to this character. It's like literally people were like, they would show a picture of number one, the Singh character in Ortega on prehistoric Earth. And literally half the comments were, I hate Ortega. Ortega's a bitch. They need to get rid of her. And I'm like, what's with the Ortega hate? I don't understand.
Yeah, somebody did a little GIF and said, I picked Star Trek and have her being eaten by T-Rex.
No way. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't know what the hate is. She's a great actress.
She is a good actress, and she's fairly cute, to be honest.
She is cute.
All right, hold on. Let me... So this is the character I'm referring to.
Yeah, I don't like the side shave, obviously, but I still think she's a fairly cute character.
But yeah, it is the reason that she's getting so much hate just because her last name is Ortega?
Probably.
That may be the case, yeah.
No one seems to be going into it saying like why she's a bad character, just that they hate that character. And I'm like, I literally said, why do you hate her so much? No one ever responded why. Not even with, well, she's poorly written. I'm like, okay, how is she poorly written? I mean, she's a character, she's a helmsman. That's all she needs to be.
It seems that Hispanic characters are getting the short end of the shit stick.
They are.
I don't care if she's lesbian. She still looks good.
Wait, is it? I don't think the character is lesbian because I think they're trying to set up a romantic plot between her and Scotty.
Her, Scotty. I thought it was her. and
Oh
Pike.
yeah, no, that's a little attention. Oh yeah, I saw that too. not Scotty. Turn it off, Scotty. Like damn, Scotty.
Yeah, they
'cause
basically
that's
did the
new.
episode, fucking engineers, fucking pilots.
Yeah, that's basically a new chemistry between those two. You know how Star Trek has and Marvel has all these little leaks and stuff, right? Well, they did a Star Trek panel yesterday at SDC, Comic Con, and they were talking about a couple of the future episodes, like the puppet episode and Trelane is back. But the thing that people wanted to ask about was the series finale, and nobody is saying shit except for a short description of it. Basically, a transporter accident turns everyone. Sorry, that's the puppet episode. A time ripple damages the Enterprise, forcing young and old Uhura to cooperate and fix the timeline. They're not saying what fucking Uhura is appearing. Everybody's speculating Michelle Nichols is making an appearance back.
I don't think
Didn't she
Michelle.
pass away?
Well, yeah, she died.
This was filmed 2 years ago, dude.
Oh, well, maybe Michelle Nichols actually shows up. That would be
Yeah,
fantastic
this was
to
filmed 2
watch.
years ago. That's why people are speculating that that Michelle is back, and they are being quiet about which future Uhura. Are they gonna age her up, or they're gonna have the one from the Kelvin universe, or they're gonna have Michelle Nichols.
Oh,
They're
God,
not saying shit.
Don't do that. No, the Kelvin universe is dead. Please, the Kelvin universe is dead. Dead. DED. Dead.
I'm hoping it's Michelle.
Michelle
All right,
Nichols? That would be
Yeah.
fantastic.
As I said, I think the episode would have been better if the Voth had been the antagonist, not Martians. That if despite the fact that we colonized Mars, apparently we never discovered that it was previously inhabited. That I just don't accept. But whatever. The other thing that kind of bugged me is they introduced a new character who is an academy cadet under Uhura, who is very dismissive and very Vulcan.
It's like when they got reverted back to Vulcan last season, the arrogant Vulcan. Yeah, that's how she's portraying herself.
And I don't mind the arrogant Vulcan stereotype that fits with Star Trek to a T.
It does.
But what
It's
I would have
pretty standard.
preferred was the fact that I'm a fan of certain Star Trek fan films, okay? There's a specific fan film that has Michelle Nichols in it, where it features her character of Uhura marrying a Vulcan named Stan. They should have had this new character be Stan. That way they could build on a potential relationship that ends poorly, but they end up, they way into the future, they hook up again and get married. But this shows the rockiness of the relationship at start. Maybe they become friends, that kind of stuff. That's what I wanted to see. So those are my two criticisms of the episode. Elihu, what were your issues? Because you said you had.
Yeah, the bootstrap paradox and the technology to last 65 million years.
Okay.
What did they
want to go into more detail about it?
Did they
they
launched a beacon?
Yeah, I hate bootstrap paradoxes because it takes away fucking free will. Pike even said at the end of spoilers, at the end of the episode, we were chasing or we're answering our own distress signal. How the fuck does a Starfleet distress signal last 65 million years and no other alien species has ever heard of it or investigated it before?
Because it didn't
What kind of
exist.
technology are they using?
Hold on. It didn't exist until the storm appeared in the time frame of Enterprise.
That probe lasted 65 million years, according to the data of that. So, what kind of technology are they using the last 65 million years?
What technology lasts 65 million years? Oh, you say when the rift opened, when
the rift opened is when the distress signal appeared.
Went through. Okay.
Yeah, they were answering the distress signal that was there in the present time. that was
Yeah.
launched 65 million years ago.
in a time travel novel. it
Because
makes
it's coming
sense.
through the signal's coming through the rift. I don't understand your issue with that.
Rewatch the episode. The beacon is there in the present time. This echoing,
Yes.
help me. It's expressing them. It's not in the past. It's in the present time, which means that beacon has been there for 65 million years,
No,
surrounded by that
because the rift
storm.
didn't exist yet.
Which
Rewatch
came
the episode,
first?
dude. Rewatch
Which
the
came
episode.
first, the
I will
probe or
rewatch the
or
episode
rift?
and I'll make a timeline because it's timey wimey, but it still works because especially when they make the Doctor Who reference. And what do you mean about the technology?
Yeah, what? Last 65 million years.
No, it didn't. That's the whole point.
It either went through the time vortex, or it was 65 million years old. One or the other. It has to be one or the other.
They were in the past 65 million years ago. They launched the distress signal. They were answering their own distress signal. They launched 65 million years ago.
Yes, but the signal was going through the rift from 65 million years ago to the present.
Rewatch the episode, dude.
Just like, sending a signal
The
through a
signal-
wormhole.
They were detecting the signal in now present time, not a signal from 65 million years ago.
But the
They didn't know
storm
about
was
65 million
there.
years until they went into the past. Rewatch the
storm was
episode, dude.
there, the
I
storm
know what
was
you're
there and
saying,
the rift
Elihu.
was
I get
open,
it.
right?
You're still wrong.
The storm was there and the rift was open. Correct or
Yeah.
incorrect?
It's like what you're complaining about, Elihu, is like saying, well, how can a signal go from the alpha quadrant to the gamma quadrant in such a short time? It's because it's going through the fucking wormhole. The signal is going through the Bajoran wormhole to get from alpha quadrant to the gamma quadrant so quickly, just like the rift.
You agree with me that the probe? You agree with me that the probe is in the present time, but the signal's in the past. So how does that make sense? That is not.
Because
Rewatch the
signal
episode,
is
dude.
traveling through the rift from the past to the future.
Rewatch the episode.
I am. All right, I watched the episode already. The signal is originating in the past, being transmitted from the future or from the past to the future through
And
the rift.
that is not new in Star Trek.
From a 65 million year old probe.
So, but the probe is still
that is not new in Star
Okay,
Trek.
hang on. Let's ignore the whole entire signal. Let's ignore the whole entire signal issue. A probe was launched 65 million years ago, and they found a probe. They found a probe, not a signal, a probe in the present time.
Didn't find the probe. They found the signal from the probe.
Rewatch the episode. They found the probe when they found the signal. Okay?
Because
they found the probe when they found the signal. Rewatch it.
I watched the episode.
They found the probe when they found the source of the signal, dude. When they found the source of the signal, they found the probe, okay?
They didn't find the probe, they found the signal.
When they found the signal, the source of the signal, they found the probe itself. Then they went back in time.
Either way,
rewatch it.
Either way, it still presents a time
fucking paradox.
Oh yeah,
that's why I hate bootstrap paradoxes.
It makes sense in context.
That's why I hate bootstraps.
All right.
I mean, once they said fifth planet, I'm like, wait, bootstrap. I know what's going on. I see Mariners. Yeah, I know what's going on. Bootstrap.
Now, I will say, I did enjoy the episode overall. I don't think it's nearly as bad as it's being presented online. Are there issues? Yes, but all in all, I think that the message they were trying to portray is what was important at the end of the episode.
What's that? Break your hand and don't feel anything when you punch a dinosaur?
No. Although I will
I
say,
love that.
punching a fucking dinosaur is metal, and that was a great moment.
I love that. Yeah, how often can you say, I punched a dinosaur?
I also like the fact that she broke her fucking hand doing it.
And, yeah,
So
but she didn't
she's
feel it.
not really a badass. It was just, you do things in the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, the overall message that I got from the episode was essentially give peace a chance. Because this person was so intent about protecting her people and killing her enemy that when she succeeded and won, it still resulted in the loss of her people.
Loss of the planet, the people survived.
Well, to an extent, but
Yeah.
they don't have their home world. Mars is still uninhabitable for them.
Oh, you're talking
and I
about
wanted
the
to relate that
Martians.
to what we were talking about on pre-show politics.
I thought you were talking
They
about
lost their homeland because they refused to make peace with their enemy.
Oh, the Martians. You're still talking
Yes,
about the Martians.
Martians.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Martians. They
I
were
thought you
so
were talking about humans because you said the Earth was destroyed by one of the asteroids created by the destruction of the fifth
they
planet.
tied it into the extinction event of the dinosaurs.
So it
So yeah,
wasn't
the
humans.
message of the
but
movie,
Martians.
maybe I think the message of the message of the episode was give peace a chance. Having great weapons is not important if you don't use those as a last resort. Does that make sense? Because as I said, I'm trying to tie this into what we were talking about pre-show politics.
What in the episode points toward that?
I'm making that inference. I'm not saying the episode it does, or about when we were talking about Israel and Palestine, but I'm talking about
that's the best part of
This
Star
basically
Trek.
Pike was trying to talk the Martian leader into compromise the conversation only instead of pew pew pew. Talk first before you punch. Basically, that was his message he was trying to get across, and it seemed like he felt like he got the message across. All of a sudden, they stole their antimatter engine or battery, and he's like, "Wait, what happened to communication and shit?" Yeah, he basically was like, "Yeah, we're talking. We thought we had us all agreement here. We're working together for communication instead of violence." And she just didn't go like, "Nope, I'm doing it my way, my people."
So yeah,
being closed-minded. Stubborn.
So yeah, I think the message of the episode was essentially give peace a chance. Don't resort to trying to just kill your enemy because it might end up in your own destruction as well. And that's what happened. And I think the more poignant part when it comes to any philosophical discussion of the episode, we know as an outside observer that the result is inevitable. We know that the result of that battle between the two planets and the two species or two peoples will result in both being wiped out.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Elihu. I want to see if I got this right. So
you're wrong.
The destruction of the fifth planet would have moved the celestial bodies out by X amount of meters or whatever.
Technically, because depending on where they are in their orbits, it could have brought them in closer to the sun or out further away from the sun.
And so Mars moves out to its current location, which is outside the Goldilocks zone.
No, it's still in the Goldilocks zone.
Mars is still in the Goldilocks zone?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't
Mars
know
is in
that.
the Goldilocks zone. And right now, it's Venus, Earth, and Mars in the Goldilocks zone.
Well, nobody can live on Venus. Nobody.
No, just because it's in the Goldilocks zone doesn't mean it's it's habitable. We only found NASA found a habitable planet about 43 light years from Earth that they believe is the very first exoplanet that can sustain human life.
All right. Now, as a science
and yes, you are correct, Mr. CCDV. any kind of explosion of a planet like that would force the gravitational pull, would separate really like a pulling direction. Earth go closer to the sun, which actually did help cool it off with the current location, and Mars would move further away.
Elihu, it would mostly depend on where Earth was in its orbit. If it was at a perigee to that planet, it would have lesser effect. It was on not perigee. What's the one where they're at a right angle to the sun?
Perihelion.
Heliocentric.
Perihelion. But if it was on apogee or perigee, it would have been affected by the gravitational thing. Absolutely.
Yeah, but they didn't want to do the sciencey stuff on Star Trek.
They don't tell us where each planet is in its orbit at the time.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now I'm going to end the stream after this because I got to go. But I wanted to.
I gotta go to the dispensary.
I did like the fact that the reason that some of the crew has to go to Earth to find or go to Earth at prehistoric Earth is to find iridium, and we find out that the aliens insectoid race that is on the 5th planet, their technology is basically iridium based. They use it as a power source and other things. And the reason I thought that was so poignant was at the end of the episode, their planet is destroyed and part of it hits the Earth, resulting in the KT extinction event. And if you know anything about geology, there is a boundary line in most rock formations of iridium that shows when the asteroid was hit. Or when the asteroid hit the Earth.
And a fun fact, the most concentrated parts of iridium on Earth is that boundary line.
Exactly.
Yes.
So the fact that they did that, I will say that was actually pretty clever, and I know a lot of people aren't going to catch it, but I did.
I know geology, man. I know geology, yeah.
I like that.
But on that note, I am going to end the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Chris, I know you haven't had anything to add lately in the last few minutes. But Mr. CCTV, thank you so much. I will see you guys tonight on Chris's stream.
Make sure to come tonight and watch the fun and craziness.
Just a quick question. Are we going to do the, test for Jeopardy?
I will send a message on the CNA PSP chat on Twitter when I have it ready.
What time? Because I got to go to the dispensary.
When he has it ready.
Give me a couple hours, okay?
Okay, good.
I need to take a break.
Okay, like that noonish or so. Okay, I'll be waiting.
All right. I will see you guys later, and absolutely join us on Chris's stream tonight because last week I only won 2 games.
And last week I won 0 games.
I'm in Elihu's camp. I never win anything. Damn it!
Oh, no. You can never be in my camp because I am the designated loser.
My joke about that, Mr. CCDB, is the fact that because I had a headache and a poor internet connection, I only played 2 games.
Excuses are like what? And they smell like what?
All right. On that note, later, folkses.
Bye.
Later, weirdos.
Oh, don't.